Welcome to the kingdom, I'm the king. We're back with another special video. Today we'll be talking about Yuno Grinberryall from Black Clover. In my personal opinion, he is the true, pure definition of a prodigy. If you're enjoying these videos, man, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Here we go. Just for a little bit of background, for those of you who aren't well known with this character or Black Clover in general, Yuno is an orphan who was left under the care of the church in Hodge after the downfall of House Grinberryall, the former royal family of the Spade Kingdom. So yes, Yuno himself does have royal blood, so that's a really cool thing to pick up on. When he got his grimoire, it was a 4-leaf clover grimoire, which is one of the rarest grimoires in the show. There are other rare ones as well, but he has one of the rarest ones, giving him the ability to control wind magic, which we don't see too many wind magic users, so that also gives him that rarity factor, which is really cool to see. He was a magic knight of the Golden Dawn, which is one of the most prestigious guilds in the entire show. He then eventually works his way up to the ranks and eventually does become a magic knight captain, which is something to really note. That's like the highest position you can get in each of the guilds. So yeah, man, with all that being said, bro, let's get into this for real. Starting off, Yuno does have a 4-leaf clover grimoire, as I mentioned earlier, giving him the ability to control wind. That is his entire magic kit, is wind magic. This gives him the ability to attack at range, attack at close range, fly, so on and so forth. We'll discuss more of that right now. Starting off with some of his basic wind attacks being Towering Tornado, Crescent, Kamaitachi, Tornado Fang. All these types of abilities give him the ability to summon tornadoes, shoot tornadoes horizontally, vertically, send people flying back, as well as use them for offensive capabilities and defensive capabilities. With his wind magic, he is then able to manifest different types of weapons, such as wind tridents, wind blades, and wind bows, titled the Gale White Bow. A long-range barrage of wind he's able to fire with all of these attacks, which gives him a great range, great ability to pierce different enemies, which is great versatility for wind magic in and of itself and for him. The last set of his base wind magic includes wind creation magic, which is able to create things like Swift White Hawk and Heavenly Wind Art to fly at insane speeds and help carry his teammates to different areas. He's able to fly, very plain and simple. And that's flying with his wind creation. As the series progresses, we then get introduced to spirits, which then give us spirit magic, which spirit magic is a way to boost all of your magic stats and give you different magic abilities, depending on, of course, which type of magic you have. Again, they are very, very rare. There's only like a few spirits in the entire show. So far, I think we've seen 5 maximum. They're very rare, which again, just adds on to Yuno's prodigy factor. One of the first spirits we're ever going to see is Belle, or what Yuno calls Belle. Her name is actually Sylph. She's the wind spirit. She controls wind magic. She's able to boost Yuno's wind magic to a whole new level. We'll talk about that right now. So when Yuno gains spirit magic, he then gains an access to plenty of new abilities and attacks. A few to name are some of his base attacks, such as Sylph's Breath, Spirit Storm, which allow the user to create great wind attacks at good range and deal some great damage. Some more spirit abilities include Liable Tempest, which is an ability that the user is able to fly around and constrain other targets using wind and wind magic, so that's really awesome, which again adds to Yuno's versatility. He's able to now hold and capture opponents. We then get introduced to Spirit Dive, which is an ability that enables the user to gain the control of their spirit and combine it with their body, increasing all their magic power, which is very important for the abilities coming up right now. That being Spirit of Zephyr, which is a wind sword so sharp it slices through spells, defenses, and even spatial magic, and is even elevated when he unlocks Saint of Spirit Zephyr, which he used to defeat Xenon, which is a fight we'll talk about in a little bit. So that's a great attack. We have Spirit of Boreas. The user shapes a halberd out of condensed wind. It releases streams of wind that are capable of shattering and disintegrating devil-reinforced bone magic, as well as drilling into the target. Dude, Yuno's attacks are already off to a great start, dude. And this is only his spirit magic. Like I told you, Yuno is a true prodigy. So just talking about Yuno's wind magic and his spirit magic, he already has some of the greatest showings of abilities that we've seen so far. His range of abilities, the strength of all of his abilities are already broken. That's just the wind factor. So now we're going to talk about something very interesting. As you guys know, that when I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, Yuno is a part of a royal family, the royal family of the Spade Kingdom, which as the series progressed, we then got to see him unlock something very interesting. This is something super rare because it's already tied to a royal bloodline, but that being star magic. Yes, Yuno already has wind magic. He already has spirit magic on top of having star magic. Dude, he's a literal prodigy. He's literally broken. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Dude, he's cracked. As Yuno shows in many of his fights, star magic is probably one of the most versatile magics we've seen, as well as already having wind magic, which is already versatile. But going on to some of his abilities that he gets with star magic being First Conjunction, which is one of his most broken abilities. He he's able to instantly teleport between any of the stars that he creates. I'm gonna say it again. He is instantly able to teleport through any of the stars he creates. He can teleport anywhere between the stars he creates, making him hard to track already. On top of him already having broken speed. Like, dude, he's off to a great start. He then has Quartile Scudum, which is a celestial shield helping him to deflect and block attacks. He has Quartile Flagellum and Hosta, which are star whips and beams for sized attacks that usually take the form of light itself, giving him like light-based beam attacks coming from each of the stars that he's able to control. So that gives him great range on top of the wind magic he already has. He's able to switch between all those. Like, dude, his range and his base attacks are already awesome. And lastly, he has his multi-star shield and starfield constellations, which give him advanced spatial control over the area he's flying in, over the areas he controls, and everything like that. Yuno is quite literally broken with his star magic, adding on top of his already wind magic. Like, dude, come on, man. With star magic, he's just incredibly versatile. It allows Yuno to cover and control the field and teleport and strike from anywhere, giving him a massive battlefield control advantage, which just adds to the great attack bonus he already had, which is amazing. Now, the last type of magic ability we're introduced to as the series progressed is titled Union Magic. Now, this magic is very interesting because as we've seen, it combines Yuno's star magic, his own star magic, with Sylph, his spirit's wind magic. Creating, so far he only has one ability with this, but it's a pretty broken ability that I'm going to go over right now. But he's able to combine those two magics to create something awesome, and that's why it's called Union Magic, but here we go. So before I can fully go into what this next ability is, you guys have to understand what a Mana Zone is. A Mana Zone within Black Clover is where certain magic users are able to control the mana in a certain range. So that includes all the mana that's coming in the direction or out of the direction that can help them win the fight and can even change the course of a fight, which is really cool. You can help if you support your allies, so on and so forth. Reinforce your own magic and all that type of stuff. The reason why this is all important is because Yuno's Union Magic, which his first and only ability is titled Never Never Land, he is then able to combine his star magic with Sylph's wind magic, which allows them to take control of all the surrounding mana and creates a dome of stars that rotate around the enclosed area. At the same time, Sylph blows a star-decorated horn and spreads small clones of herself throughout the area. All of this gives them the ability together to control the flow of magic and time within the dome. They can boost the power of their allies and weaken the enemies by neutralizing their mana zones. That is insane. Using Union Magic literally makes Yuno a literal mana amplifier while negating spatial hacks from enemies. Like, that's really busted, as well as one of, if not the greatest support magics we have ever seen in the series, mostly due to the sheer range and the amount of people that can be affected by this, both allies and enemies. That is insane. I've mostly been talking about all of Yuno's abilities, so you guys can get a full understanding of what I'm about to say when it comes to all the feats that he's shown. The reason why this is important is all of his abilities are already broken, and then he's using them on people who are also broken. Like, this is insane, but here we go, man. In the early arcs of Black Clover, we really see Yuno and Asta going toe-to-toe with Licht, who is a character who controls light magic and canonically moves at the speed of light. Yuno did lose, but he was able to react, dodge, and move at speed of light to keep up in that fight, and that is insane. And that's before he even continued to advance throughout the series, getting things like Union Magic, his star magic, so on and so forth. During the Spade Kingdom invasion, Lucifero, the King of Devils, was stated to be able to destroy the world at only half of his full power. He has planetary levels of power at only half his power. That's insane. And the reason why this is because Yuno is able to go toe-to-toe with Lucius, who we know is currently the big bad of the entire arc. He consumed both of the heart of Lucifero, which gives him that same power. Beyond that, he's able to control time, soul, space, bone, blood, all types of magic that we've seen, all crazy types of magic, and he was able to go toe-to-toe with him, giving him planetary levels of AP. That's insane. Combined with all the hacks and abilities I talked about earlier through all of his abilities, his wind magic, his spirit magic, his star magic, all type of stuff, he's able to go blow for blow with that guy, including beating one of his clones and then continuing to find him right now in chapter 380. That's insane. Yuno is truly the definition of a prodigy. He has lightspeed reactions and lightspeed feats facing against Licht, and then characters far beyond that we see way later on, such as Lucius. He has teleportation magic, and he's able to teleport via his conjunction ability with his star magic. He has attack potency of at least planetary, again, facing Lucius. That's insane. He has great versatility. He has 4 different types of magic, 2 grimoires, battlefield mobility, ranged, and melee domination. Like, dude, this guy's cracked. And of course, his spirit resonance with Sylph, which is one of the rarest things in the entire show. He literally is a prodigy. Yuno is not just talented, he's technically gifted, strategically sharp, and magically overwhelming. He is legendary. So in conclusion, Yuno is literally broken, man. He is truly the definition of a pure prodigy. Let me know what you guys think of this video, man. Comment down below. Do you think Yuno is going to become the Wizard King first? What do you think is going to happen? Especially with 380 that just came out, where we saw him combining his magic with some of Asa's magic, literally holding one of his sword, the Demon Dweller sword. That's really cool. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. My next video might be a power scaling video fully on Naruto, because if you guys follow my channel, it has been one of the topics that we've seen on TikTok and on the internet. So let me know what you guys think about that. With that being said, long live the king, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.